Hi guys, haven't done a video in a while, so we are going to make dinner tonight. This is a recipe I'm kind of totally making up on my own. It's an Asian sesame ginger kind of chicken teriyaki, and we're going to do fried rice. So we're going to try the steamer for the first time. So Justin, tell them what we have in our steamer.
Rice and water.
Rice and water. I can kind of see it, otherwise I'll spill, but we got some brown rice and some water in here. I did like 2 cups of brown rice and like 3 cups of water. And the directions that come with the steamer say to not use the lid, but to use the little insert tray to cover it. So we're going to cover it with the insert, and we're going to pop this in the microwave for, I'm going to start with maybe 15 minutes, and we'll see how that goes. I know on the stovetop brown rice, even instant rice, seems to take a little bit longer. So we're going to put this in there, and I'm going to have Justin, why don't you go ahead and put this in the steamer for about 15 minutes.
Okay, isn't it already in the steamer?
Well, yes, it is already in the steamer. Thank you for clarifying that. Put that in the microwave for 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do is try and multitask my time. So I have some chicken breast here that I need to trim up and get kind of the gross stuff off of and get that cut up and do some other prep. I'm going to start prepping the vegetables because what I'm going to do is while the rice is cooking in the steamer, I'm going to get all my prep done. Then while that's done, I'm going to actually make the fried rice. And while I'm making the fried rice on the stove in my wok, I'm going to cook the chicken to go on top of it. So that way I can try and get as much kind of multi-use out of my time. I don't think you guys really want to sit and watch me just cut some vegetables and some meat. So we're going to pause this and we will be back when we are done doing our prep and we're ready to actually make the rice, and we'll see how the rice turned out. So I'm resuming a little bit of this prep because I want to show you guys how nice this knife is working. I already have my chicken cut up and sectioned off, and I needed some scallions. So I have my knife, and this is just literally like just gliding right through the scallions. So I'm going to be putting these in my prep bowls because some of these I'm going to use for the chicken and some I'm going to use for the fried rice. So you can see it just goes right through. You can see how nice and clean that cut is on the scallions. And then because I'm also using my little flexi, I don't know what it's called, my flexible cutting board, once I can get these cut, I'm just going to pop it in the prep bowl to set it aside while I keep prepping. I don't have much prep to do actually for this while I wait for the rice to cook. I'm just going to get out my marinades, get my stuff ready for the chicken. I've got my eggs out, and my husband always makes, a little gross prep in. My husband always makes the fried rice, so I'm really not sure what I'm doing. I'm going to wing it, and the kids always tell me his is better, but he's away for work.
Zach tells you.
That's true.
I'm taking it today.
I am right here. I don't like being talked about.
He's in the background. So because it's on my flexible mat, I can just take my mat right into my bowl here, make it nice and small, and fill up my bowl. So a little bit of leftovers here. I'm just going to slide and get into my bowl. No mess. Got those done. So I will, no mess. One little piece fell off, but he ate it. So I did that on purpose, just so he could have a snack. Do you want a frozen vegetable too?
Nah.
Right? When you can, like a frozen green bean.
Nah.
I like to use like mixed frozen vegetables because it adds a little color to the fried rice. So I've got my rice and my scallions cut, and I'm going to keep prepping. So we'll be back with a little update when we are ready for the next step. All right, we are back. The rice is done. We took it out. It's been the 15 minutes. And I'm going to take the little strainer or the tray off, and we're going to see how it turned out. So, looks good. Nice fluffy rice. The thing I love about the steamer for rice is, you've seen me cook rice in the stove before, right? What happens almost every single solitary time?
Always boils over.
It always boils over. Even when I say, oh, I'm going to watch it, it looks like it's not even boiling. I'm like, oh, I can do other stuff because it'll be a while. You turn your back, and what happens?
It boils over.
It boils over, like that quickly. There was no boiling over. There was no mess to clean up. It's all contained here. No mess. I don't think I'm ever going to cook rice on the stovetop again because this was really easy and took 15 minutes, so almost less time than it takes to wait for your water to boil and do it on the stove. So I have that going. I'm going to just put my wok on the stove, crack my eggs, let them start cooking. Kendra, if you're watching this, my eggs are going in the garbage, not my garbage disposal. She yelled at me last time. So we're going to get my eggs going in there. I'm going to take my tongs, my grip and grab, kind of whisk those eggs up a little bit and start cooking those. Kind of mash them up because we like to have some fried eggs in our fried rice. I turned it down because it was too hot, and now it's not hot enough. So we're gonna let that cook a little bit. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have Justin pour our rice. I thought I was gonna have to strain it. I thought it was gonna be really watery, and it's not. So I mean, you can see right now there's no excess water in here. So this was 2 cups of instant brown rice and 3 cups of water. Put the tray in, 15 minutes. And Justin, did you taste it? Taste the texture? Is it the texture? Is it done? It's good. It's done. So
Put this in.
well, I'm just gonna make sure we get the egg nice and cooked here. I like to use grapeseed oil when I do stir fries because you can let that get really hot and it doesn't smoke and burn like olive oil does. So got the egg in here. So go ahead, Justin, why don't you pour the rice in here? So we got the rice in there. And I'm going to conserve my dishes because I don't want to do a lot of dishes tonight. So I'm not even going to bother washing this. I'm going to put my chicken right in there and we're going to cook the chicken in the microwave while we get this fried rice going. So there's a little bit of rice in there, that's fine. So I'm going to take this one, just give that a good little stir. Yeah, just stir the egg into the rice. So while that's cooking, I'm going to take my chicken. I'm just going to pop it right into my steamer. And then use my grip and grabs that I just used with the egg because I don't care. And then we're going to put this back on the cutting board so that I don't get it all over my counter. So the recipe I have calls for a tablespoon of sesame seeds. So I'm going to use my 4-in-1 measure here. I'm going to do a tablespoon of sesame seeds. Calls for 1/4 cup of this Pacific Fusion sauce. And if you know this, but 4 tablespoons, I think it's 4 tablespoons is 1/4 cup. Does that sound right? I think it is. So I'm just going to, because I thought, you know everything math-wise. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 of those. And then I've got this sweet onion spread here. I'm just going to do I think it's 2 tablespoons of that it calls for. So I got that mixed in there. And that's the only dirty dish I have. Now I'm going to take this same thing. I'm just going to stir it up in here. So I coat my chicken with that wonderful sauce. My father-in-law showed up a day early. He's supposed to be here Thursday. He's here right now. So I'm going to, because he's here, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. But just so you guys know that it's all mixed up in here. I'm going to put this in the microwave for about 6 minutes, which is going to be about the amount of time it takes to make the fried rice. And we will have dinner done. So I will be back to show you guys the finished product. All right, so I put the chicken in for 6 minutes. A little trick I learned, I took the lid off because sometimes if you keep the lid on and you go to carry it, it can get a little hot. So you take the lid off right from the microwave and then carry it over, and then it does. And I don't even need that. Like in the other videos we've had the pot holders, you don't even need that if you do that quick. So the chicken is done, and I put the little temperature in here for after the 6 minutes, and it was right up to temp. It was shooting at the 160. It's going up here. Yeah, so we're at temperature. So I'm going to plate up the dish. The fried rice was done a while ago. I just threw in a little bit of some different sauces that I had and kind of made up the fried rice real quick. So I'm going to plate it here real quick. Show you guys what it looks like. We're going to cut into the chicken so you can see if it's juicy or not and the texture. So we got a little plate of that fried rice that I made real quick. We're going to cut. Do you want a smaller plate yours? You want a smaller piece? Mm-hmm. Like this one or this one? Or this? Which one do you want? You want the smallest one? Okay. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna cut this chicken here, and I'm gonna show you guys a little serving knife here, just how it is done. And you can see I don't know if you can see it on the video here, but I can hold it up. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's kind of hard at an angle, but you can see the juice inside of it. It's really, really juicy. It's not dry at all. So why don't you take a bite, Justin, and tell me what the texture is like on these whole pieces of chicken. So go ahead and try it. Good. Good? So it took me about 26 minutes. No, 21 minutes. 21 minutes. It was 15 minutes to do the rice in the steamer. I did all my prep work while my rice was cooking. Then while the chicken was cooking, I made the fried rice, and that was actually done before the chicken. I put the chicken in for 6 minutes. So you had 21 total minutes. And it's really hot outside. I didn't have to heat at my house because this original recipe for this chicken was to bake it in the oven for, I think it was like 35 minutes. So instead of baking it in the oven and heating it at my house when it's 90 degrees outside for 35 minutes, I put it in the microwave for 6 minutes. And I have all this juice at the bottom too that it was cooking in that I can have to put over the fried rice or do whatever I want. So that is our dinner. I'm going to let you go now because we're going to eat. So we will see you guys later. I would love your comments. Let me know what you guys think about it.